Good afternoon, English department. I stepped in because it's our 20-minute of debrief about our last PLC. And before we get started, I just wanted to share something with you that I've been thinking a lot about. I've been thinking about why do we do what we do every day in and out? What drives us? And so I've been walking around this campus and I've been taking some pictures and I wanted to share them with you. Please take a moment to read. And even when it seems like no one is watching, I had the opportunity to capture some empowering moments between you and your students. How you engage them in the learning, how you cultivate their dreams, how you facilitate and support them. This is you every day, day in and day out. And as we were talking about our last PLC, we decided to have an action plan of what we want our students to learn. And the action plan was very clear. It was purposeful. And then we had the evaluation of our plan. And many of you were very reflective of what worked and what could be done better in our plan. And I thought that that was a really powerful tool, is to evaluate what we wanted our kids to learn. For our next steps, we had decided that not only do we want to know what we want our kids to learn, but how do we know they learned it? We wanted to know what can we do when kids don't get it, and what will we do when kids get it, and how can we push them forward. But as you were reflecting, you really realized that you needed some data in order for you to move on to the next steps. And I thought that was very reflective and powerful, because data is what will drive our instruction. Data is what will help us tweak our lessons and be able to reach all of our students. So for the next PLC, I was going to ask that you bring your Illuminate assessments, but don't bring it for all of your class periods. I was thinking we can just zoom it in, bring in your assessments for one class period, a class period that is balanced, that maybe has high, medium, lows, or maybe you just want to focus on your class period that has really low students and you don't know what to do with them. For our next PLC, we're going to come together and look at that data and work together on what can be our next steps for students that haven't gotten it, and for students that got it, what can we do to propel them forward. I think that's going to be a very powerful PLC, and I would like to invite you to collect the data. The nice thing about Illuminate, you just have to print the data. I don't want to add more work to what you're already doing, so we will work on that at our next PLC. So go ahead and schedule and talk about what period you want to bring in, class period assessments you want to bring in, and I will let you get back to planning. Okay? I will see you at your next PLC.